Trustee Berger.
Here.
Trustee Zalick.
Here.
Trustee Giesser.
Here.
Trustee Fruzoloni.
Here.
Trustee McCarthy.
Here.
Mayor Severino.
Here. Please stand and face the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Their motion to approve the minutes of our August 5th, 2024 Village Board meeting.
So moved.
Second?
Moved by Trustee McCarthy, seconded by Trustee Fruzoloni. Clerk, call the roll, please.
Trustee Anselmo.
Aye.
Trustee Berger.
Aye.
Trustee Zalick.
Abstain.
Trustee Giesser.
Aye.
Trustee Fruzoloni.
Aye.
Trustee McCarthy.
Aye.
Is there a motion to approve but not release the executive session minutes of our August 5th, 2024 Village Board meeting?
So moved. Second.
Moved by Trustee Giesser, seconded by Trustee Anselmo. Clerk, call the roll, please.
Trustee Anselmo.
Aye.
Trustee Berger.
Aye.
Trustee Zalick.
Abstain.
Trustee Giesser.
Aye.
Trustee Fruzoloni.
Aye.
And Trustee McCarthy.
Aye.
Okay, let's see where we are here. We have listening post tonight. We have a resolution to read, and then we have a couple of people here. It's resolution number 3379, a resolution honoring Pablo Castro upon his retirement from the Village of Carroll Stream Police Department. Whereas Pablo Castro joined Carroll Stream Police Department as a police officer on January 3rd, 2000. And whereas Pablo Castro served in several roles within the police department, including patrol officer, child safety seat technician, emergency vehicle operations instructor, bike patrol officer, juvenile officer, and tactical detective. And whereas Pablo Castro served on the DuPage Merit multi-jurisdictional SWAT team as a crisis negotiator. And whereas Pablo Castro held a position of school resource officer for Community Consolidated School District 93 from 2012 until his retirement. Having served the students and staff of J Stream Middle School with honor and distinction. And whereas Pablo Castro, while in the position of SRO, taught 5th and 6th grade students the curriculum of drug abuse resistance education, DARE, and gang resistance education and training, GREAT, as well as developed and implemented many programs that champion community policing principles and enhanced civic relations. And whereas Pablo Castro has been honored with several commendations and awards during his career, including the Illinois School Resource Officer of the Year in 2023 and the Illinois DARE Officer of the Year in 2022. And whereas Pablo Castro, after a total of 24 years of service to the village, has made the decision to retire from public service with the Village of Carroll Stream Police Department. Now therefore, be it resolved by the Mayor and Board of Trustees of the Village of Carroll Stream, on behalf of all the former and present elected and appointed officials and residents of Carroll Stream, that under Section 1, the service and dedication displayed by Pablo Castro to the Village of Carroll Stream and his accomplishments in the field of law enforcement are hereby recognized and commended. Section 2, Pablo Castro is wished the very best of happiness and health in his retirement. This resolution shall be in full force and effect from and after its passage and approved by law. Passed and approved this 3rd day of September 2024.
I'll make a motion to approve Resolution 3379.
Second?
Moved by Trustee McCarthy, seconded by Trustee Fruzoloni. Clerk, call the roll, please.
Trustee Anselmo.
Aye.
Trustee Berger.
Aye.
Trustee Zalick.
Aye.
Trustee Giesser.
Aye.
Trustee Fruzoloni.
Aye.
Trustee McCarthy.
Aye.
And that is resolution number 3379.
Pablo,
Where are you going? There's a microphone with your name on it.
and we want you to come up and take a picture. I've got this beautiful.
Oh, all right.
You think I was gonna give you a piece of paper that I just read?
Now I was going to get ready to leave. I didn't know I had to come up here and say a few words. I just want to thank the board. I mean, everything I've been able to accomplish in the village here has been because of your guys' leadership, Chief's leadership, Bill's leadership. Like, I wouldn't be able to do all these things that I'm able to do if it wasn't for you guys that are here today. So I've truly loved working here. I love coming to this police department, and I just want to say thank you.
You are very welcome. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Now come up and take a picture, please.
Your fingers were close to that line, so that was making me nervous.
It's only on your side.
Nice.
There you go.
Thank you. Thank you.
While he's still there.
Absolutely. Okay, anybody on the board that would like to say a few words?
Absolutely. Pablo, and outstanding officer, but where you made your mark is with the SRO and the DARE. What you've done for our kids is immeasurable. It's very difficult for somebody to connect with not one kid, not two kids, all of them. And watching how the kids respond to you, both your classes and then later on when they're older, is nothing short of amazing. And we're going to miss that. Thank you for everything you've done.
That's it?
No, gosh, no. I'm just trying not to cry. You were two of my kids' DARE officers. You came in when Diane Wells stepped aside from the SRO program. I didn't think there was ever going to be a better student resource officer. You have touched so many lives, and when you say at every single DARE graduation, I will always be your DARE officer, I really, truly believe that. As a parent, I want to say thank you because what you've taught the kids, I got to reinforce even to my adult children and used some of the exact verbiage that you tell the kids DARE graduation after DARE graduation, and it has impacted their lives even into adulthood. So I want to say thank you as a parent. As a trustee, I want to say thank you, because the one thing that we didn't mention in all of this that you do, you also took time during this summer to put together some really important programs that touched children who might not have had somewhere to go for lunch, needed somewhere just to hang out for an hour or two. You made an impact even during the summer when you didn't need to, but you did. So thank you so much, Pablo. And I did remind him he has to thank you at his lunch, because he forgot to thank his wife.
I just want to say you've made memories for these children and for the families. They're going to remember the lessons you've taught them. Even if they can't remember everything about it, they will remember that that police officer taught them different things. They will remember that. And so you've made a mark. You've made a difference in Carol Stream. And I think most of us would be very proud to end our careers, our lives, knowing that we made a difference, and you did.
Pablo, I'm not going to touch on DARE because everybody else is. I worked alongside you, and I could tell story after story, but I'm not going to. So it was fun working with you. You were always professional, and the department will miss you.
I'm not going to repeat everything that was said, but just know that I agree with every single word that's been said. Like I whispered to you when you walked up here a few minutes ago, if we had the power to vote no on your retirement, I would absolutely do it because you're going to be missed that much. You've been outstanding, so just know that you're going to be missed by everybody, including the youth of Carroll Stream, and that speaks volumes.
As the new guy still, my limited experience working alongside you was at the DARE graduations, and if anyone or if everyone could see the impact that you've connected with the kids, you know, that's what we need more of in our community. I think we're doing it, but you're leading that at these DARE programs, and the DARE graduation is such an impactful moment from our seat, just watching these kids light up when they apply what you've taught them. And hopefully tomorrow, in the way they grow up, they can apply to what they learn from you. So thank you.
No one's going to miss you more than me. I attended many, many of your DARE presentations and other things that we did at the schools. You will definitely be missed in Carroll Stream, believe me when I tell you that. On my very first thing when I took over as mayor 18 years ago, I noticed that the DARE officers, back then it was Diane, was it Wells and Ranweiler? We had 2 DARE officers, and how the kids really, they kind of like just levitated to them. They wanted to talk to them. And I'm standing there as the mayor. They didn't even know who I was. Didn't matter. The DARE officer was that important to them. You took it to a whole new level for the young people in this community. And from me to you, thank you very much, because you made this a better community with the young people, the way you treated them and educated them. So thank you. Wherever you go, whatever you do, you'll always be part of Carroll Stream, and you're always welcome back here. Thank you.
Okay, you can leave now if you can. Pablo, the box for your plaque is actually on the podium there, if you want it, for posterity reasons.
Marion, you said 2 DARE officers in the past, right?
To what?
2 DARE officers in the past, you said?
We had 2 at one time. At one time. We also had 3.
They also
DARE
had term
we had
limits,
3
too.
DARE officers.
Don't be a stranger.
Clerk, do we have anything off the internet for?
We do not.
Okay, so then we go right into our 3 minutes. Mr. Greg Pichalski would like to take the podium.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I just want to show up and just shout out, give a vote of confidence, whatever you want to call it, to the Carroll Stream first responders, police, fire, paramedics. And this is not something I read about. This is not something I heard about. I experienced this firsthand, okay, at my house. And what I want to say is that, you know, we got a front doorbell that rang 6 weeks ago. I should have been here before this. Front doorbell rings at 5:15 a.m. You know it's not going to be good. Look out the front door. There's 3 little kids and their parents, no shoes, in their PJs. Could you please watch our kids? Our house is engulfed in flames. Scariest thing I've ever seen in my life. And of course, what do? You open your doors, you let them in. And over the next several hours, we saw the fire department, the paramedics, the police department show up like I've never seen a team of people show up, I'll be honest with you. I knew it was serious. I was 2 doors down from them. I looked out our guest bedroom, which I'm in a ranch. I got a 2-story house next to me. The flames were shooting up past the top of the house next to me. So you know it was bad. So neighbors were out on the street. kids are scared to death, and I'm not speaking for the family here, I'm just speaking as someone that was there, walked out in the front, and I gotta tell you this, the fire department performed like a team like I've never seen. They were in and out and everything. It was, you know, when I look at it, it's like I'm looking at saying, this is hell, and these guys are saying, this is my job calling. The police were there. They were keeping everybody calm. Don't worry, we got this. Thank God the wind wasn't blowing in any direction, because the houses right next door to that house that was on fire, they could have been in jeopardy too. At the end of the day, there's good news and bad news. The bad news is that the house is destroyed. The good news is that there were 9 people in that house. They all got out without injury, okay? I mean, it was a miracle. And watching the guys perform was just, it was an honor, a blessing, and all those things that you can say good about a team of first responders. Couldn't say more. I mean, they deserve all the credit we could possibly give them. And I reflect back to, you know, things you remember. I remember where I was when Kennedy was assassinated. I remember where I was on 9/11. I'll always remember that fire and watching these guys come out and say, you know what, we got this. So I just wanted to draw it to your attention. Whatever pat on the back you can do, whatever recognition you can give them, they deserve every bit of it. So thank you very much.
Well, Mr.
Greg.
Kachowski, you must be a good neighbor if they came right to your house and dropped their kids to be with you. That's what community is about.
The mayors, or the mayors,
One team.
the community was, the neighbors were all out there trying to, you know, what do we do next? We gathered some clothes up and everything for the kids. And I got to tell you, it was, and you talk about communication, I mean, between the fire, the police, and the Red Cross, which came on site too. It was just something to watch and say, thank God we've got this team of people that we do handling this, because it was the most frightening thing I've ever seen. So, thank you very much.
Thank you
Make
for
sure
the-
you recognize
Thanks
it.
for coming in.
Thank you.
Richard Hildebrand, here to make a presentation on some DARE money.
I wish the officers were here, because that one DARE officer, it's one of the reasons that I think the veterans support this program, is what you see happening with the youth today. Not all of them, but there's a percentage of them that cause problems. And by having the DARE program, we incorporate the police department communicating with the young children, which can grow through their youth years, into their years in high school, and eventually, if their parents instill the good things, when they become college graduates, they will be a strong generation of citizens. So with that said, Chief, I'd like to donate to the Carroll Stream DARE program a check on behalf of the veterans of the Carroll Stream VFW.
Thank you, Rich, and the whole Carroll Stream
Absolutely.
VFW.
Thank you.
Their motion to establish a consent agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by trustee McCarthy, seconded by trustee Frizzlani. Clerk, call the roll, please.
Trustee Anselmo.
Aye.
Trustee Berger.
Aye.
Trustee Zalick.
Aye.
Trustee Giesert.
Aye.
Trustee Frusalone.
Aye.
Trustee McCarthy.
Aye.
Madam Clerk, would you please read what is on the consent agenda?
Board and Commission reports. Plan Commission Zoning Board of Appeals. Frame Industries, 245 East North Avenue, land banked parking variation, recommended approval with conditions 5-0.
Yes.
Yes.
Universal Metro Asian Services, UMAS, 1275 County Farm Road, special use permit adult daycare, recommended approval with conditions 5-0.
Yes.
Carroll Stream Public Library, 616 Hiawatha Drive, sign variation, recommended approval with conditions 5-0.
Yes.
Safeway Transportation Services Corporation, 505 East North Avenue, special use permit outdoor vehicle storage for school buses and vans, recommended approval with conditions 5-0.
Yes.
Staff reports and recommendations. Approval of a grant agreement with the Conservation Foundation for a native plant demonstration garden adjacent to the Klein Creek Stream Bank Stabilization, Section 1 and Klein Creek Trail projects for a not-to-exceed grant amount of $15,000 to construct a native plant demonstration garden adjacent to Klein Creek.
Yes.
Yes.
And Mr. Mayor, I'd just like to say this is a great thing.
Thank you. You want to embellish a little bit about what it is?
Well, it's going to be a garden with native plantings, utilizing plugs rather than seed. And there will be informational kiosks there as well, sharing information on the plants and the benefits of the native plantings. And we've honored the Conservation Foundation here many times, and they're a terrific organization and a leader within the country on environmental issues.
Thank you.
Ordinances. Ordinance approving a land-banked parking variation, DSI Group, Frayne Industries, 245 East North Avenue.
Yes.
Yes.
That is ordinance number 2024-09-33. Ordinance approving a special use permit for a daycare center, KPS Property Group, doing business as Universal Metro Asian Services, 1275 North County Farm Road.
Yes.
That is ordinance number 2024-09-34. Ordinance approving a sign variation, Carroll Stream Public Library, 616 Hiawatha Drive.
Yes.
Yes.
That is ordinance number 2024-09-35. Ordinance approving a special use permit for outdoor vehicle storage of school buses and minivans, Safeway Transportation Services, 505 East North Avenue.
Yes.
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 That is ordinance number 2024-09-36. Resolutions. Resolution authorizing the execution of a corrected quitclaim deed that transfers real estate to the Carroll Stream Park District.
Yes.
Yes.
That is resolution number 3380. Resolution appropriating funds for the FAP Route 307, Illinois 64 State Job number C-91-101-21, contract number 62N33, section number 2020-264-SUR, SW&TS project.
Yes.
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 That is resolution number 3381. Resolution authorizing execution of an agreement between the State of Illinois, Department of Transportation, and the Village of Carroll Stream, FAP 307-IL64, from Smith Couts Road to York Street, State Section 2020-264-SUR, SW&TS job number C-91-101-21, contract number 62N33.
Yes.
Yes.
That is resolution number 3382. New business, Glenbard North Theater Boosters Association, approval of a raffle license and waiver of the fee and manager's fidelity bond for their fall play on November 21st to November 23rd, and spring musical on April 24th to April 26th, 2025.
Yes.
Yes.
Payment of bills, regular bills, August 6, 2024 through August 19th, 2024.
Yes.
Yes.
Addendum warrants, August 6, 2024 through August 19th, 2024.
Yes.
Yes.
Regular bills, August 20th, 2024 through September 3rd, 2024.
Yes.
Yes.
Addendum warrants, August 20th, 2024 through September 3rd, 2024.
Yes.
Yes.
Treasurer's report, revenue, expenditure statements, and balance sheet for the month ended July 31st, 2024.
Received.
Received.
And that concludes the items on the consent agenda, Mr. Mayor.
And Mr. Mayor, just for the record, I believe you've already noted that on your podiums today, there was a revision to ordinance I-1, that's the Frayne Industries variation. There were some minor typos in the initial one that was published, so we corrected those, and you had them in front of you tonight.
Very good. Thank you, Mr. Rhodes. There a motion to establish a consent agenda?
So moved.
Or pass out. We already did the consent agenda.
Place them on the consent agenda.
Place it on.
Place them on the
Sorry.
consent agenda. Motion to place them on the
Is
consent.
there a motion to put those on the consent agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Moved by trustee Anselmo, seconded by trustee Frizzle. Clerk, call roll.
Trustee Anselmo.
Aye.
Trustee Berger.
Aye.
Trustee Zalick.
Aye.
Trustee Keiser.
Aye.
Trustee Frizzolini.
Aye.
Trustee McCarthy.
Aye.
Is there a motion to approve those items by omnibus vote?
So moved.
Second.
Moved by trustee McCarthy, seconded by trustee Anselmo. Clerk, call roll.
Trustee Anselmo.
Aye.
Trustee Berger.
Aye.
Trustee Zalick?
Aye.
Trustee Giesert?
Aye.
Trustee Frusaloni?
Aye.
Trustee McCarthy?
Aye.
Report officers. Trustee Anselmo.
Thank you, Mayor. Hope everyone had a nice, long Labor Day weekend. Congratulations again to Officer Castro. Save the date, September 21st, Saturday. It is our Fall Fest and our car show. It has food trucks and music. Happy early birthday, Trustee McCarthy, later this week. Everybody left for that. We'll get you. And, of course, school is back in session, so please, please, be more aware of your speeds on the residential roads and around town. And that concludes my report.
Thank you, Trustee Anselmo. Trustee Berger.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The Chamber of Commerce has a golf outing coming up on September 19th, and thank you, Mr. Mayor, for what you've already done to support that. Like I said, it's on the 19th. It kicks off at noon with a lunch. Shotguns start at 1 and a dinner at 6. Anytime you can get 2 meals out of one event, I like it. If you are interested in either playing or being a sponsor, both opportunities are still available. You can email jane@carrollstreamchamber.com or call 630-665-3325. I was going to also mention Officer Castro in my report, but we kind of covered that already. But I would like to give a shout out to our village clerk, Schwarzy, for all the tongue twisters you navigated in tonight's meeting. That was impressive. I would have just started laughing partway through at it. So congratulations, and that concludes my report.
Thank you, Trustee Berger. Trustee Zalick.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Again, I would like to congratulate Pablo, working next to him. He was always professional, and he's done so many things for the youth of Carroll Stream. Something came up on social media regarding crosswalks and bike paths and streets. And I just want to say that with all the bike paths that are going in and additional ones planned to go in, they're not roads. So I think everybody, being drivers, bikers, and pedestrians, let's just watch out for each other and work with each other and pay attention, drop the cell phones, and just know your surroundings, stop at the stop line so that we can all go about our business without any injuries or accidents or crashes. And then finally, I want to thank our first responders and military and keep them in our thoughts and prayers. And that concludes my report.
Thank you, Trustee Zalick. Trustee Giesert.
Thank you very much. Congratulations to Pablo Castro. He will be missed. A couple things going on throughout the community. Evergreen Elementary School is celebrating its 50th anniversary this year, and they're looking for photos, yearbooks, and other historical items on the history of the school. Little fact for you, the school wasn't always called Evergreen Elementary School. When it first went into educating in 1974, it was called Morton Road School because that development did not exist around it. It was just a road from Morton Road to the school. And it was changed by a vote of the students in 1981. So if anybody has any information, you can let me know or let the school know, and they'll get that stuff. Speaking of history, the Historical Society is planning an open house at the farmhouse on September 14th. So if you ever wanted to take a look inside the historic farmhouse on Lees Road, that would be a good opportunity. And it's September, so you know what that means. Joe, what's that mean?
That we are not allowed to wear white.
Well, that's true, too. Is that a white belt you're wearing? No. It's September, so that means we have to get ready for the Halloween decorating contest. You may have seen on social media, on the village's social media page, they've already posted information on it. So hopefully you can decorate your house in the spookiest and scariest way possible. The deadline is Monday, October 21st. Send your address to decorating contest at carolstream.org and watch the village's social media channels for additional information. Hopefully, you guys are entered this year. And that's my report.
Thank you, trustee Giesert. Trustee Fruzzaloni.
Thank you. And thank you, because I was actually pulling out my Christmas decorations.
Well, Christmas decorating contest is coming up in December as well, so.
Just want to say, we had a great concert series. Unfortunately, Mother Nature did not like our movie in the park idea this year, so unfortunately, 2 weeks in a row, we got rained out. So next year, maybe a different movie.
I mean, it was the movie.
Yeah, I think Mother Nature, she didn't like something about the zoo. I don't know. But I just wanted to thank staff for all the time that went into the concert series and Geek Fest, and to say that we are looking forward to Fall Fest, because it's hard to believe that it's already September. Next thing someone's going to start mentioning is the holidays, which just seems.
Snow.
Wow.
Boom.
I was actually going to segue into, funny thing, the National Weather Service, or one of the weather stations today, put out a post erroneously that stated that we were going to have a severe freeze advisory, that wind chills were going to get down to -25 to -30 below zero, and people were freaking out on Facebook. National Weather Service did not find the source yet of how it got posted. I thought it was humorous because I looked outside and went, I know it's supposed to get chilly, but not that cold this week. So, crosswalks. Trustee Zalik mentioned it. I just want to remind people that when you see someone at a crosswalk, the law says you have to stop and let them cross the street. With kids trying to get to school, they're not always paying attention, and drivers need to yield to people at the crosswalks. Way too many times I'm seeing people just blowing right past these people as they're trying to step off the curb, then they get back on the curb, then they step off the curb. So please, when you see someone at a crosswalk, stop, let them cross the street, and then go. Because we've got a lot of kids that walk to school, especially around Glenbard North, and they just want to get to and from school safely. So please abide by the crosswalk rules. And with that, I will say happy fall, and no more wearing white after Labor Day, and that is the end of my report.
Thank you, trustee Frizzaloni.
Beware of snow tonight.
Trustee McCarthy.
I'm going to agree with everything everybody said instead of going over it again, except to one more time, congratulate Pablo. He will be very missed. The other thing is, everybody wants to talk about fall, so remember, as leaves fall and you're blowing stuff around, keep it out of the street, number one. And if you get a chance, make sure those storm drains are actually clear. That does wonders when we start getting heavy rains or anything, and it makes everything run a little bit smoother. So let's make sure not to blow stuff into the street, and if we get a chance, do a little maintenance around any storm drains that's right by us. And then the last thing is, since it'll be before the next meeting, I'd like to wish my wife a happy 32nd anniversary, which is this Friday. Yeah, she's stuck with me that long. And the nice thing is I never forget it. That's why I got married on my birthday. Makes it nice and simple. But I'm very, very, very lucky to have her. She's absolutely the backbone, and she makes things happen, which makes it a lot easier to make everything else happen. So she's absolutely my hero, and I'm very lucky to have her. So happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary,
Thank
happy
you.
birthday, and we're all lucky to have you and her.
Thank you.
Madam Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So happy birthday, happy early birthday, Matt, and happy anniversary. You and Linda make quite a team, so.
Thank you.
And also wanted to congratulate Officer Castro on his retirement, and just thank him for his service, and best of luck in his new endeavors. And just a reminder also to shop local, because for two reasons. Number one, it's important to keep the sales tax dollars in our community, but also it helps our local small businesses to thrive. So when I say shop and dine Carol Stream, it's for, it's for the good of our whole community. So shop and dine Carol Stream. That's all I have.
Thank you very much. Mr. Rhodes, our village attorney.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just my congratulations to Officer Castro. His legacy is all of the students that went through the DARE program throughout the years, and that's quite an accomplishment. So I really congratulate him, and that's really all I have this evening.
Thank you. Mr. Homer?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. A couple of quick reminders. Effective this month, we will return to our regular 2-meeting-a-month schedule, so our next meeting will be September 16th. Another event that I want to mention, the police department is hosting a car seat event at Town Center at 10 a.m. on September 14th. And also, and lastly, September is Suicide Prevention Month. I want to remind folks that we have a critical resource available in the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. By calling or texting 988, people can connect with trained counselors who provide confidential care 24 hours a day. That's the end of my report.
Thank you. And my total report is going to be to thank Pablo Castro for all the years that he's put in to make this town much better with the young people. The impression that he's left with them and the thoughts will make them much better. It's just a special thing if, in those of us that have attended a lot of the DARE things know, when you see that many young kids and he's like the Pied Piper. They listen to him, they understand him, they appreciate him, they love him. I can't keep giving words to, you have to see it to believe it. What he's done in the last 12 years or 10 years or whatever it's been, has just been unbelievable. So replacing him is not gonna be an easy task. You have to have that in your heart. Being a police officer is one thing. Being an SR officer is a whole different thing because you're dealing with all young people all the time, and basically. So, Chief, I know we're gonna put this back in your hands. Pick something good. This is very important to all of us as a board. Not a lot of towns kept their DARE program going. We all kept it going no matter what trustees came and left because it's important to us. The future, those kids are our future of this town. So it's back in your hands, and I know you'll do the right thing. So whatever that is, to replace him isn't going to be easy. That's it. Back to the two meetings a month. I think I'm looking forward to that. You're right. Okay, meetings adjourned.
Motion to adjourn.
Roll call.
Trustee Anselmo?
Aye.
Trustee Berger?
Aye.
Trustee Zalick?
Aye.
Trustee Giesser?
Aye.
Trustee Frizzaloni?
Aye.
Trustee McCarthy?
Aye.
Hey, Don?